I think I got cut off, man. Let me see what y'all was asking up in this thing. Charles, like consistent feedback. Thank you. Oh, got cut off. What's up, man? I got cut off, man. I think somebody was calling my phone or whatever. Yeah, I messed around, got cut off, but I'm back. Um, See if we can get this thing back going. See if we can get this thing back going. What's up? What's up? What's up, Rob? What's up, Rob? How you doing, man? Shoot, I'm up in this thing, man. Had technical difficulties, but hey, we back. But anyways, man, just to continue on, man. Like Charles was saying, man, that consistency. Yeah, we back, man. I've been good, man. I've been good. But just go back to what I was talking about, man. Just trying to stay consistent and believing. That's one big thing. So how do you approach buyers without a deal lined up? You just say, hey, I'm gonna have a contract. What's the criteria? Yeah, I just tell them, hey, look, man. I just tell them, I find discounted properties. You know, I find discounted properties. You got a property. No, I tell them, hey, look, I find discounted properties. Would you be interested in me bringing you properties? That's why I ask them. And they say, yes, I'm interested in you bringing me properties. I ask them, what type of properties do they buy? You know what I'm saying? I just tell them, hey, I find this kind of properties all the time. What type of properties you buy? I can see you what I find. And most buyers, if they real buyers, they're like, yeah, they want more properties. So you can ask them for their criteria or whatever, and just talk to them like you regular, man. Talk to them like you belong. That's one thing. I talk to them like I belong. But hey, I find this kind of properties. I find this kind of properties all the time. Would you be interested in me bringing you any properties that I find? So just talk to them like you belong is what I would say, and then ask them for their criteria. That's kind of how I go about it. If they don't want to talk to you, then they don't want to talk to you. Let them go. You know what I'm saying? Find people that want to talk to you. You know. So that's kind of what I do. Um, so what's up, man? When you call realtors, what do you say to them? So when I call realtors, I say, hey, I find this kind of properties. Do you work with any cash buyers that might be interested in me bringing them properties? You know what I'm saying? So if if they don't understand what you're talking about, then obviously they probably ain't gonna be no good. You sit there and talk to them, explain it to them, and then the conversation will probably be a wash. But you'll run into the right realtors who understand what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And those are the ones you build a relationship with them, and that's you gonna be they're gonna be getting your properties to the right cash buyers. And even Sean Terry and Keith Everett talked about they sell properties through realtors all the time. You know what I'm saying? So they get that realtors list or whatever from these websites, and then they get they email those realtors, let them know, hey, look, we get these deals. If you got cash buyers, let us know. Bam, those realtors reply. They send those realtors deals, and then the realtors get it sold. You know what I'm saying? The realtors are gonna get it sold because they can make 3% off of it. You know what I'm saying? That's easy money for them. Cash buyer comes in, buying it as is, bam, they make it easy money. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta call and find the right realtors. You know what I'm saying? That's why you just gotta keep calling people around, call around, call around, call around, figure out what realtors are working with cash buyers. And if that realtor ain't working with cash buyers, like, hey, do you know any realtors, within your brokerage that work with cash buyers, right? And then see what they say. You know what I'm saying? Let me answer some of these other questions. I see you got them colors behind you. Oh yeah, you already know, man. You already know I got them colors behind me. Y'all, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll catch up on it one day. So what's up, man? Rolex in the building. What's up, Rolex? How you doing, man? Just to kind of keep going, on the journey I was on, I kind of had to realize that, hey, look, I kind of had to realize how I find deals. I find deals by finding buyers and then finding what those buyers want. So I, I cut out all the other stuff, right? I took my buyers and I said, okay, I looked at all my leads and I say, okay, what leads fit what my buyer is looking for? And I said, okay, this list fit, this list don't fit. So I almost just threw those lists away. All the lists that didn't fit what my buyer's looking for, threw that trash away. And then I had certain lists that fit. So I just went, I started tearing those lists up, texting the mess out of them, following up with them, cold calling them, just beating those lists up and just beating those lists up and, really focusing on what the buyers want and just shoving everything to them, shoving everything to them. You know what I'm saying? Not holding nothing back. You know what I'm saying? So that was my big thing, and just being open with the buyers and saying, hey, look, you know, this is the price for this property. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up, and then sending them out to the properties and stuff like that. So that helped me out, man, being more focused. And then when I started skip tracing, I had a focused skip tracing, right? And then I like Sean Terry was like, okay, go back and look at your best deals. What area were they in? What type of property was it? Who did you sell it to? You know what I'm saying? And then focus on those, right? So that's what I did. I focused in on, okay, what area am I selling deals? I was only selling deals in certain areas, right? So it was like I went back to those areas and I pulled every property, right? Doesn't matter if it was owner occupied, none owner occupied. I didn't care about nothing. I just pulled a broad list from the areas that I was doing deals in. I was doing deals in those areas, so I pulled everything from those areas, right? And I just started texting, cold calling, just hitting them. So that was my thing. And then getting it to the buyers that was buying, right? These people buying, they for real, they legit running. Let's get them as much as we can get them. You know what I'm saying? So that was my big thing when I became more laser focused in. You know what I'm saying? Not running around everywhere trying to find a deal, running around everywhere trying to find a deal. I had to focus in on how I get deals. You know what I'm saying? So I think that laser focus, that narrowing what I'm looking for, really helped me out. You know what I'm saying? And just made it easy for me mentally. I can spot a deal easy. It's like, oh, that's a deal. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing for me. So you say find what list do you use to find them? I use prop screen. So when you to find cash buyers, I use Facebook. I use prop screen. Like I said, on prop screen, I go and look at the cash sales that happen in whatever area I'm looking in or whatever area I did deals in. And I'll look at those cash sales, click on the property, and then look at MLS status and scroll down, see what agent worked on it. Or I'll look at the company and I'll go to the Georgia Secretary of State site and search that company, find that person name, find that person address, and just start doing some research and skip trace them. You know what I'm saying? Just all that stuff to try to find these buyers and get on the phone and just talk to people and just keep talking to people until you get to some people that know something about some cash buyers. You know what I'm saying? So I use prop screen and Facebook. Right? I'm sending people messages on Facebook all the time. Bam, hit them up, and just talking to them like, oh, he a wholesaler. You know what I'm saying? You figure out some people wholesalers, you figure out some people cash buyers. Most of the cash buyers gonna be flexing on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So and then you talk to some wholesalers and they'll throw out a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my buyer Fred. He gonna. I go look on that guy's Facebook and find Fred. You know what I'm saying? So I be all over looking through people's friends and all that stuff. So yeah, man, that's kind of what I be doing. So yeah, I find buyers on Prop Screen and on Facebook. So that's kind of where I find buyers. Byron, how many markets are you in? Georgia. I'm just in Metro Atlanta, man. That's about it. I do got a deal right now in Nashville though. So I hit Nashville. I pulled a couple lists from Nashville. I hit them up, and I ended up getting one deal. It's a 9K deal, supposed to close at the end of this month. Um, it actually was supposed to be a 10K deal, but I gave money to the seller because I try to give people what they want because I'm walking away with money anyway. So it's 9K deal that I'm doing in Nashville. So I may try to go back to Nashville, pull some more lists, and try to see what else I can get out of there. I know I'm about to go back and recycle the Nashville list and hit that list again. You know what I'm saying? Because I love recycling lists. That's just kind of what I love to do. Recycle those old lists and hit them up. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but yeah, great help information, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, just trying to help people, man. Kind of tell them kind of how my first year went and what made the difference for me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that kind of made a difference for me that I always, kind of kept on the front of my brain is like what Max Maxwell talk about, like be obsessed. You know what I'm saying? When you're obsessed, man, you always own it. You know what I'm saying? You always own it. So I was definitely obsessed. It wasn't just like I was just chilling. I find something whenever I find it. It's like, dude, I'm on it like all the time. Own it, own it, own it. Like I'm always on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, I'm picking up my phone all the time. Like if the seller calling me, I'm picking up my phone. I'm at work, I'm going outside, I'm picking up my phone. Like I'm calling people. Like I'm picking up my phone. Most people can't get a deal because they don't pick up their phone. You know what I'm saying? They either don't pick up their phone when the person call, or they don't pick up the phone and call that person. Like pick up your phone and call the person. You know what I'm saying? So that's been a big thing for me. Um, I'm in Atlanta and I'm just about to tap out. Driving for dollars just seems no one motivated. Anyways, man, stop driving for dollars. I'm gonna say stop driving for dollars, but dude, I'm telling you, like, invest in software like prop screen. Find you a place where you can text, find a cold calling platform, and just skip trace the list from an area and start texting and cold calling the mess out of people. Well, first of all, I would say go find you some cash buyers because you need money first. You know what I'm saying? Once you got money behind you, you can go to people and be like, hey, we want to buy your property. You know what I'm saying? And you can say, how much you want to sell it for. And you could talk from authority because you got cash behind you. That's another thing. Like, I think people get a sense of this person can really buy my property. The way they talking. You know what I'm saying? It's like I tell them, hey, we'll put up, 5K earnest money if we got to let you know we serious. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to come out to your property and not have any skin in the game. We ain't coming out to see your property for free. you know. So, I just hit them with stuff like that and let people know, hey, look, we're serious. We'll put the earnest money up. If we don't fall through with what we say, you're gonna walk away with $3,000, $5,000. Then you go sell your property whoever you want to, right? Or I tell them, hey, look, these other people are offering you, giving you offers, but are they willing to give you earnest money? Do you know they're gonna follow through with what they say? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I do. But dude, whoever ain't motivated, I move on. And then you gotta find an area that works for you. I always tell people to go to the outskirts, man. Don't be looking inside the city. Well, I never look inside the city. You can, and whoever else can. And I know it's a bunch of people who doing deals in the city. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be. But my thing is like I'm going outside. Like I ain't going inside. I'm going outside. That's just my thing. So I think that's best, for at least people that's new or whatever. But anyway, so what do you do when a seller asks, what's your offer for the property? I usually try to deflect and tell them, hey, look, we can make you an offer on the property. However, it's going to be up to what you want for the property in order for us to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And then, they answer something, I can say, hey, we probably would be around this much, but but if you're looking for something else, we can always look at our numbers to try to make it work out for what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So it's really not about what we can offer you. It's really about what you want. And then we try to do our best to meet what you're looking for, right? So that's kind of what I do. But anyway, so what's the hardest thing for you when you got started? Did you buy any courses? If so, whose course did you buy? Who did you watch? Uh, I didn't buy any courses. I'm very conservative and I'm very skeptical. I thought this was all a fake. I thought that none of this was real to begin with. And then my cousin called me. He was like, "Hey, what about this wholesaling thing?" And I was like, "Dang, I definitely can let him get a deal before me." So that's when I started trying to get a deal, just so that he wouldn't get a deal before I got a deal. And I'm supposed to be the one trying to do real estate. You know what I'm saying? Because I had already owned a triplex, and he already knew that. My cousin already knew that. I was like, dang, I can't let him start wholesaling and I ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I actually was trying to get my real estate agent license, and I was like, shoot, let me try this wholesaling thing. That's when I started doing some, stuff. But the best education I got was from Flipman, and I'm not saying Flipman is the best, even though I think so. But I think that you got to find somebody to speak your language. You know what I'm saying? Flipman speak my language. At least I can understand what he talking about real easy. Like I can listen to other people and yeah, just come in and out. I was like, I really don't get what they saying. I have to listen to it a couple of times. But Flipman, I was able to listen to and I understood what he was saying. It made sense. You know what I'm saying? So what Flipman was saying made sense to me, and that's why I was able to do it, man. You got to find that person that talk just right where it makes sense to you, and then once it makes sense to you, you go and follow, kind of things they do. But the main stuff that Flipman do, I don't do. Like Flipman do bandit signs, I don't do bandit signs, right? Flipman